Big Dash knows what?
So the Giants are in a must-win situation. It's clear as day. Right now, the Giants have to beat the Washington Commanders on Sunday. That's it, man. That's what has to happen, in my opinion. If we want to go to the playoffs, we need to beat the Washington Commanders this Sunday. We need to win 3 out of the next 6 games. We need to get to at least 10 wins, and we can get into the playoffs and see what we can do when we get there. All you need is a ticket to the dance. And then after that, who knows what can happen. So that's where I'm at right now. Now, the Washington Commanders are moving in the right direction. They are ascending. They had a rough start of the season. And now you see them starting to gel and starting to get it together. The whole Wentz and Heineke thing seems to be settled now. They're running with Heineke, which is one of the guys I thought they were going to run with before they even had Wentz in the picture. I kind of like Heineke. I like his fight. I like his swag. The man plays with house money, in my opinion. That's the way he plays. He's a gunslinger. He takes chances, and he's actually pretty good too. I'm not going to knock him. At the end of the day, I do think that our quarterback is better. I do think our coaching is better, but I'm not going to take that away from the Washington Commanders. They are moving in the right direction, raising a lot of eyebrows, and a lot of teams are not going to want to play these guys. Now, a couple things that I want to see with the Giants going into this game, especially on the offensive side, is being more aggressive. Stop getting away from what's working. Like, you see a lot of plays where, and I'll use the Dallas game as an example. Brightwell had back-to-back runs for 25 yards, and then you stop doing that. You try to run like an RPO or a dive, and you get negative yardage. Why are you getting away from the plays that work? In that second series in the Dallas game, right at the opening, the Giants move right down the field. We score a touchdown, gets called back because of the penalty, illegal man downfield. But in that drive, you saw Daniel Jones moving the ball through the air, getting downfield. And then you get away from that. So I got a lot of questions. I got a lot of ideas in my head that I like to talk about. I think Kafka needs to step up a little bit. I understand he's a rookie OC, but he has to step up a little bit. Now with the running game too, and you can say it, to me, Saquon Barkley's not looking the same. Now I do think it's because of injury and fatigue, wear and tear, things like that. I don't think he's just running timid or anything like that, but I think he is favoring that shoulder. He's giving up his back. You don't see the same type of push or physicality in his running like he was doing in the beginning of the season, because he was so mad and he wanted people to stay on that side. And now you're seeing him again. I'm blaming this on the injury, not just on the man himself. You don't see that same type of fight in his running that you saw earlier in the season. Now it could be that Evan Neal is down, Bredesen is down, the blocking has not been better. But when you see Breda and Brightwell, take advantage of the opportunities, you start to think, other things. And, rightfully so. But I just think they need to rotate these running backs in a little bit more to save Saquon Barkley. Because you still need him to make those flash bang plays, flip the field, things like that. And he's still absolutely capable of doing that. But you can't run this man 35 times a game, 30 times a game, and expect him to keep on being able to do it. No, he's a human being. Wear and tear is real. Injuries are real. And the punishment of a football season is real as well. So help that man out. You do have backups for a reason. Get these guys into the rotation and let them do some things too. The OBJ thing, it's Thursday. OBJ is in New York. He'll also be in New York tomorrow. Will they get a deal done? At this point in time, I'm so far into game mode that Odell Beckham, in my opinion, is an afterthought. If the deal gets done, the deal gets done. I can't keep worrying about Odell Beckham. I like to talk about it because I do believe it's a real thing. I had fun with the video that I put out about OBJ and it being one of the greatest Giant stories ever, and I do still believe that. But right now, I'm so far in the game mode, and right now we need these wins so bad that I can't focus on anything outside of actual New York Giants football. I understand it's a roster situation where if we sign him, he's on the roster, but right now he's not. This is an interview. He's coming in for a workout, things like that, and he's not really on the team yet. Now, I'm thinking about the defensive side. We need better interior linebacker play. I like the way the front has stepped up. I like the way Thibodeau has stepped up. We get Azeez Ojulari back. That's a big deal in my opinion. He will help us in the run game. He will help us getting pressure to the quarterback. But these interior linebackers, I need them to step up. Jalen Smith, I need him to step up. Micah McFadden, I need him to play better. Is Landon Collins getting called up this week? Probably. It looks like it. He did an interview, and usually when they interview a practice squad guy, they're probably coming up that same week. If we do bring him up this week, we're going to have to sign him to the 53 because you can only bring up a guy 3 times from the practice squad. He seems like he's eager to play, ready to play. So call him up. Let's see what he can do. This is against his team that he played for most recently, and I'm pretty sure he wants some get back. Absolutely wants some get back. And now that I'm thinking about it, I kind of want them to bring him up, especially for this game, because I think that extra little bit of energy that he'll bring for this game will help the New York Giants ultimately. I do like that Fabian Moreau is back. The guys last week did a hell of a job of what they could do. McLeod, Darnay Holmes, Rodarius Williams. Guys had some pretty good games. They did get beat a lot, but the coverage was right there. These guys were just making some great catches. Dak Prescott was putting the ball in places where only his guys can get it. People draped all over him, so the coverage was good. It's just these guys were making plays. And what do you expect when you're playing against a third, fourth, fifth string cornerback? You expect them to get beat by other team starters, second receivers, and things like that. So I think that Wink coaches these guys up again. Again, Fabian Moreau is back, so you got one of your starting cornerbacks back, and then these guys can fill in from there. And I do think that they can be successful. They had 10 days off. Wink Martindale, I trust that man. I think he'll have a nice game plan going for Heinicke. And Heinicke's a young guy that makes mistakes. He is a fighter, but I do trust Wink Martindale against him. I think he can get him flustered and make him make mistakes, because Heinicke will make some mistakes. He will throw that ball up in danger, and you got a chance to get some turnovers. But will you capitalize when you get the ball back? That's the question. That's the question. Yeah. So just to get into a prediction for the game, I do think the New York Giants do beat the Washington Commanders this week. The score I'm thinking about is 24-16. That's what pops into my mind right now. I see us winning 24-16. Hard-fought game, but we possibly pull away at the end. I don't see it being like a blowout or anything like that, but I do think we capitalize on some turnovers. We play better ball, and we take advantage of the opportunities because we don't have a choice. The Giants want to make it to the playoffs. They got to win this game. Daniel Jones got to get busy with his arm, with his feet. However he got to make it happen, he has to make it happen. The table is set for Daniel Jones right now. Absolutely set for Daniel Jones. And if he wants to be in the picture of the New York Giants and as far as the future goes, he needs to make it happen in these games, period. Yeah, Daniel Jones, these are big games for Daniel Jones. Absolutely. So I do want to thank you guys for vibing with me. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And for one Giants fan to another, this is Big Dash Knows Big Blue Nation. We need this one. Let's go.